dipshit. That is not what a fetus looks like, okay? It's a clip of cells at 12 weeks. It does not look like that. It's a clip of motherfucking cells. No hands are shown through that time. You're just a white, privileged, racist male that doesn't stand for women's rights. Get the out of here. Dipshit. And get that camera out of my face, either. Wait.
I want to call the police.
Yeah.
Will, Riley. Hold on a second.
Fuckwit.
We are calling the police, ma'am.
You are fucking white male privileged assholes.
I'm calling the police right now.
What you are is a racist motherfucker as well. How dare you fucking do this kind of shit, asshole?
You're being videotaped. We will return this to the police.
Go ahead. Go right the fuck on ahead, you sexist, misogynistic motherfuckers. That is all you are. You don't give a shit about women. You don't give a shit about life. All you are just a bunch of fucking assholes.
Are you calling the police?
Back off,
Are you calling the police?
Back off. Back off. Right now. You don't know what's out here.
All you are just a bunch of misogynistic motherfuckers. Take your male privilege somewhere else. No uterus, no right to talk about it. Understand me, motherfucker?
I'm listening to you.
No, I don't give a shit. Get the fuck out of my face now. Your signs deserve to get fucked up.
Come on. Yeah, female assaulted.
Go ahead, take me.
That was demonstrated.
Go ahead,
We're
take
going to
me.
go outside. We're going to talk. We're not going to make a scene. You understand me?
Yes.
We're going back.
We talked to Mark and see what his direction was on things.
Police out there.
Here was standing by his side. She started yelling in his face. I was leading them, so I could walk over with her. The camera captured all. She got very angry.
I couldn't help but laugh a lot at this woman because the way she was emoting was absolutely hilarious, and I'm sure that's the first time she ran in her entire life of living on this earth. And as per usual, when they get caught out on their stupid behavior, they start to cry and whine as if they didn't do anything wrong. I know you guys like to dehumanize people, but you're also a clump of cells, a very, very, very big clump of cells at that.
Have you been dying to ride Monsters Unchained, the Frankenstein experiment at Universal's Epic Universe, but you weren't sure if you'd fit? Hey everyone, we're plus size park hoppers. We range in sizes from 2X to 5X.
Why is such a video even being made? We are really doomed.
Let me ask you this though. If you encountered mountain lions at the same rate that you encountered men, like which one do you think would be more likely to attack you? The random man or the random mountain lion?
If we were encountering mountain lions that often, we would know how to move around them in a safe enough way. If you encounter a mountain lion, you're not guaranteed to die. Same thing with a bear. They don't hunt us.
You're not guaranteed to die if you encounter a given random man.
I know, but I'm saying that men hunt us sometimes. Bears and mountain lions don't hunt us.
When we go,
Hold on.
They're
what
just-
proportion of men hunt women?
but why are we? Why
Like,
are
that
we?
seems
in
like
an-
a very generalized statement. I'd like you to revise it to like what percentage of men you think hunt women?
I don't know the percentage, but predators, serial killers, anything like that is
Yeah,
going to
what
hunt.
percent- okay, what
I don't know what the
percentage
percentage is, but the
what
percentage of
percentage of-
bears and mountain lions is 0. They don't hunt humans. It's a territorial
literally
thing.
kill, yeah.
They kill. They don't hunt us.
I'll
Hunts humans.
grant that they don't actively hunt, but you do agree that they can kill humans?
Of course.
And they do kill humans?
Yeah,
Okay.
but it's a territorial thing. It's
Not
like it's a
necessarily.
protection.
Not
Yeah.
necessarily.
I'm just gonna let everybody out there know that people like this vote. Let that sink in, and I really mean it. Let it sink deeply, deeply into your soul that this person votes.
Opinion needed. Is the statement, "I am uncomfortable around black people," a racist statement? I say yes. Very clearly it is. But what do you guys say? Just curious.
It's very interesting that the group of people who say all men till it's no men, and they don't actually really mean all men. They mean it's based off of their stupid ideology that it's majority of men, and because it's majority of men, we're going to say it's all men, are also the same group of people who get offended when people say they don't want to be around black people. That's just their preference. If they don't want to be around black people, it is what it is. Pattern recognition is a thing. There are even certain groups of people I don't want to be around, and I'm a black person. Well, I identify as a black person in this video, in this specific situation. situation. Before we get back into the video, if you guys are enjoying this video, like the video as much as possible, subscribe to the YouTube channel, make sure you hit that bell so that you get notified when a video comes out and so that you can watch more craziness and more funny videos as well. Also follow me on Instagram, TikTok and X at YinkaThatGuy, and let us get back into the video.
I started off strong with the corn dog.
470 calories.
And then I wanted a Mickey pretzel real burn.
535 calories.
Then I had some popcorn.
270 calories.
And of course, I can't go to Disney without a churro. Then I
450 calories.
had some yummy, yummy blue milk, followed by the outer rim drink.
650 calories.
Then I had a lobster roll. And
875 calories.
finished strong with some beef stew.
850 to 1250 calories.
It's really sad that videos like this are being promoted. They are trying to encourage you to be the worst version of yourselves, and then your healthcare is going to be increased because of the fact that you eat like nonsense like this. But yeah, apparently you can't control this type of behavior. It's just hereditary. You can't actually, you know, go into a calorie deficit. You have to be fat because of the fact that, you know, it's my body, apparently.
White people never understood gender. It's not confusion, it's conquest. Whiteness doesn't just misunderstand gender. It replaces it. It burns what it can't own. Before European conquest, the world was a garden of gender cosmologies. Two-spirit, Hijra, Fafafine, Warrior, whole systems of identity built on spirit, function, relation. Then came Europe, with a Bible in one hand and a branding iron in the other. White gender isn't an identity. It's a logistics protocol, built to control labor, inheritance, and reproduction. Masculinity is sanctioned violence. Femininity is sacrificial obedience. Everything else, criminalized. Even liberal gender is consumption with a rainbow. They didn't deconstruct the binary. They gave it a Shopify account. Whiteness can't understand gender because it was never meant to. It was built to erase what we remember. Gender isn't identity, it's memory. And we're remembering now. We remember what they erased. Cope.
Does this person seriously have a BLM tattoo?
If you say not all men, you are part of the problem. The reason why is that you are changing a conversation about violence against women into a conversation about your emotions. Seems pretty emotional to me. The thing is, we know it's not all men, but it's enough of a pattern that 1 in 3 women have experienced sexual assault or some type of physical or sexual violence at the hands of a man. It's enough of a pattern that 97% of female workers report being harassed by men. 97%! These aren't rare or isolated incidents. They are patterns in the same way that most of the victims of human trafficking, rape, and other horrific crimes are women. The same way that women in many countries cannot answer their door without their faces covered for fear of being beaten to death. When you say not all men, you are turning yourself into the victim in conversations about violence against women. You are upset. It turns conversations about a systemic issue into a personal ego trip. If you are one of the good ones, great. We aren't talking about you. Listen or scroll. Bye.
Oh, here we go again with someone complaining about how much of victims they are. And you know, if you use a term, you are put into a certain category because of the fact that I just do not like you. I'm going to make a video talking about the most stupidest thing ever, and people are actually going to applaud me for my stupid idea. Big brain stuff.
To the black woman with green dreads and the black man that was with her at the Chesterfield, Missouri Walmart this morning, around 10 o'clock. What happened really upset me. So I was at Walmart with my son and we checked out. We had a big bag of cat food, and we had an ironing board, stuff that you can't put in bags, right? And the black couple had in their basket stuff that they couldn't put in bags either. And we were behind them, we were walking out, we were behind them, and the door greeter guy stopped them and asked to see their receipt. Okay. And we waited behind them, and when they left, I asked the guy, if he wanted to see our receipt. And he just waved me by. He said, no, you're good. And maybe it's little, maybe I'm making something out of nothing. They didn't seem upset. Maybe they're used to shit like that. Maybe they didn't even think about it. But I just thought that was so stupid and weird that, and I asked her when we got the store, I said, hey, just wondering, did he ask to see your receipt or did you show it? And she said he asked. And that just pissed me off. Like, why didn't he want to see our receipt? But he wanted to see theirs. We both had things in our basket that were in bags. So even if it didn't bother them, I'm sorry that someone treated you like that. And again, maybe I'm just making something out of nothing, but I just thought it was complete bullshit. And I can't stop thinking about it. It bothers me a lot. And I'm truly sorry that someone treated you that way. And again, I don't even know if you noticed, but still I noticed and I didn't like it.
Yeah, you are making this something out of nothing. You even said in the video that they didn't seem upset. But of course, like the liberal white woman that you are, and I don't even like to bring race into things a lot of times, but it seems to be a certain demographic of people that engage in this type of behavior. And yeah, I understand that even black people like to play victims and they like to play victims the most, but liberal white women are really funny to me because of course you just have to make this about yourself and somehow turn this into a story about how people are oppressed when they didn't even say they were oppressed. But of course, you know, because you have to show some sort of solidarity with these oppressed group of people who need help from me, their savior, I'm gonna make a video about it. They probably went home that day, never thought about this situation, but of course you had to make something big out of nothing.
Please, if you give my details, that basically means I don't have my grounds of arrest, which is code G. If you don't give me your name and address, I have grounds to arrest you. Google it, it's code of practice.
I'm being reasonable with you, sir.
Okay.
Before I give my details, I'd just like to ask some questions. Is that okay?
Is it in relation to this insult or is it
absolutely, that's what
okay.
Yeah.
So before we get to the questions, can I just get your details and then we'll go there?
So what I said before is before I give my details, I'd like to ask you some questions because I don't understand what's happening.
Okay. What do you need to understand?
Thank you. So you referred to there being a hate crime, right?
Okay. I only have to tell you the allegation. I don't have to tell you exactly what it is.
There's an allegation of a hate crime.
Of an allegation that someone felt alarmed, distressed in a public place.
Public place, okay.
Okay.
So,
in a public place.
Okay, so someone felt the section is actually harassment, alarmed
and distress.
And distress.
Yes.
Okay.
Obviously, I have to go find out the exact facts and so on. So you're not giving me an opportunity to do that right now.
No, you keep interrupting when I'm talking. So I allowed you to speak.
You're not.
Yeah. So you finished or can I speak?
You can speak.
Thank you. Yeah, so before I give my details, I just want to understand clearly what's happening. So, sir, so you're saying that someone from the member of the public has called you saying that they have received harassment, alarm and distress because of a hate crime. Is that what you're saying?
What are you trying to say? Are you trying to quote them in exact words?
Huh?
Are you trying to quote them in exact
I'm
words?
just understanding what's happening.
Okay, let me clarify.
Thank you.
Let me clarify. I have not met the victim.
Okay, you've not met them.
Like I said, I've spoken to them on the phone.
Okay, that's fine.
I don't have to disclose my investigation.
I never said you did. I never said you did.
I don't have to disclose the full allegation.
I never said you did, sir.
Right now, I still need to establish the full facts of offences.
That's fine. I just want to know for myself.
Right now, there's an allegation. Based on the current allegation, I am telling you, I am going to go do my investigation.
Thank you.
I'm going to ask one more time. Are you going to give your name and
I am going to give you my details.
Do you have ID with you as well?
I'm going to give you my details.
Thank you.
Now, sir, what I'm trying to understand before I give my details is that, like I was saying, so someone called you reporting harassment, alarm, and it's just...
So let's clarify. Someone's called us.
Okay, wait.
People call us because they obviously have a reason to call us.
So wait.
So I am going to...
1 second. I'm speaking.
Yeah, the UK showed me time and time again how cooked it's becoming and how it's being controlled by people, you know, that have totally differing ideologies to them. I don't know how this police officer can get away with this. It's absolute insanity.
Sexualizing being an elementary school teacher to sell more subscriptions to your OF account. Disgusting. I don't know if she's a real teacher or if this is even a real classroom, but if it is, somebody needs to be fired and somebody needs to be arrested. And as I've said before, if you want to make money doing OF, go ahead and do so. That's your right. But you don't use kids. A caption like this talking about which outfit would make your knees wobble as if you're talking to a room full of children, young children that are in elementary school. What is wrong with you? And what is wrong with all the people that support you? This woman has almost 1 million followers. That is our society today. So to this young woman, you need to do better.
Can anyone tell me what the septum ring theory is? Because apparently, and it's not coming from anyone but haters, but apparently there is a septum ring theory where if you're not a Republican and you have, then if you, hold on, let me rephrase that. I'm so mad about all this judgment, y'all, I can't even hardly talk. If you have a septum ring, you're automatically labeled a Democrat liberal. Can anybody tell me what the septum ring theory is? Because if one more white man comments on one of my posts and says, oh, it's the septum ring theory, like, motherfucker, you cannot be serious right now. You better, y'all, but these are people that swear they're Christians, y'all. Swear they're Christians. They in church every Sunday. Swear they don't judge nobody. Swear that they're holier than thou. They're gonna pray for you, all this, that, and the third. But they troll online for people that don't look like them. So what's the septum ring theory? Please explain that to me. And don't go to ChatGPT for the answer either. I'm serious.
There isn't anything we really need to tell you. Just look back at the video you made of yourself and you might be able to get a hint.
You know what's fucked up? I fucking can't stand seeing the American flag anymore. Anytime I see a car that's a sticker or they have the flag on the window tint, people sticking a flag out of their car or truck, people wearing a shirt with the American flag, a house flying a flag in someone's house window. My immediate thought is, you're a fucking Nazi fascist pig. Tell me that isn't fucking fucked up. I know there was a point in time where people were like, we need to claim the flag back from these fucking psychopaths. I'm past that point now. I'm past that point. The shit that's happening, that motherfucker and those psychopaths that are in the White House, the shit they're doing is fucking insane. I fucking hate them. I fucking hate everybody who supports them. I fucking hate them. And I hate the American flag right now. And I think it's embarrassing to wear one. To have one hanging. My husband, he's a fucking veteran. He hasn't touched our flag. It's folded up and in a drawer somewhere in our garage. And we don't talk about it, but I know why. Because he loves hanging it out. He used to love hanging it out for like the 4th of July and shit. He hasn't touched it in almost 10 fucking years. You know what? I take that back. He took it out and hung it out the day we found out Biden, when Biden won. And it stayed up for like a month or so, and then that was it. That was it. I haven't told my husband I feel this way. I think he just knows. I don't know. It's just fucked up.
Let me give you a piece of advice. I know you guys don't really like to take advice that will actually help you in your endeavors. You like to come online and complain about the very thing that you can actually change in your life, but I'll give it to you anyway. If you really hate the American flag, it might be the case that you can move to a country where you more than likely won't ever see the American flag. You can get your passport, pay for a flight to a different country, and that would actually solve all of your problems. I know I said it that you probably won't do this because you guys like to come online to complain about situations you can actually change, and it's not that difficult to change. But as I said, I'll give it to you anyway. That's what you can do. Just go to a different country, or you can just close your social media and you won't have to see the flag ever again. But of course you won't do that.
First thing I did when I came up to them was ask them, do they work for? They said no, yes. I know you're saying that they can do that, but I asked them just to leave my photo and they said no. Okay. And it's not public information.
It is.
It's connected to my personal information, like my social security number.
Okay, so they don't have access to your social security?
Well, yeah. This is connected to a lot of my personal information.
Yeah, may feel that way, but anyone can look at your place. Okay. So that's not private. They don't have information about who it belongs to.
Why are they videotaping?
But they're allowed to.
Why?
It's part of their rights to do so.
Or what?
They're in a public area. They can do that.
If they're doing that in order to do something illegal,
Well,
how is
No, I'm not. I'm staying here.
How is that legal? If it's going to be used for something illegal, if it's going to be used for hacking, if it's going to be used for identity theft, how is that legal?
Yeah. So, part of their vehicles in a public area. Okay? So
they can intimidate people to stay out of.
Says the one that came up on us and intimidated us.
Okay. No, you're doing this on purpose. You're trying to make a
Recording. That's all we've been doing.
How
long do you guys plan on being out here for?
A few hours.
2 hours. You're right. So the expectation of privacy is very
So they
small.
can intimidate
You guys at Berkeley earlier?
How are they intimidated?
Yeah, what do you mean? How are they intimidating?
First Amendment auditors, or
Video of my license plate as I was driving in.
Okay.
That is
is
intimidating.
there a particular reason why you're recording her?
What are these people
There
doing?
is a reason?
I cannot
He's
do
violating my privacy.
The
and
distance,
taking my
or-
personal information.
I cannot do anything.
Do you know her?
Huh?
Do you know her?
Taking
No.
your personal information, your license.
She came up to us. I didn't follow her here. She came up, got in my face, threatened me with her dog.
Exactly to get this kind of thing.
So,
And as you pulled in, she called you. As you pulled in, she says, maybe the pigs will help me this time.
Videos like this show me time and time again how stupid people truly are. No matter how offended you want to get, this is your right. You can record people in public, and for you to be so confused as to the laws of your country just goes to show how stupid people are. And these are the people who talk about freedom, and we want to be able to do whatever we want with our bodies, but the moment someone is recording out in public, you want the police to arrest them. This right here is a perfect example of what we call a carrot.
Honestly, I feel like they might have a concern about quote unquote unfair advantage, and I mean generally the advantage that actual men have in sports comes from hormones, but most trans women do undergo hormone therapy, and so they don't have that advantage after they've transitioned. So I don't think anybody was cheated out of anything.
I am the strongest woman this state has ever seen.
Would you say that you see a difference in body type or stature when Leah stands next to other female competitors?
I personally have not seen Leah, but in general, trans women that I have seen, I have not seen very much of a difference.
Yeah, let's just disregard bone structure because that doesn't have any play in how men compete against women in sports. It's just their hormones. That's the only thing. We might as well just put men and women against each other because, you know, it's just the hormones that come into play. It's not any of these factors.
Is she hot or is she just white? That's the name of my Substack today, and it was prompted by things I've seen online on TikTok and a careers chat I watched with a woman who was white, averagely attractive, and spoke about how her pretty privilege and being seen as attractive had gotten her loads of things from in her career to her personal life. And it really struck a chord because it does feel like, to be a woman of colour, you have to be exceptional. You have to be Beyonce or Lupita to even be considered vaguely attractive. And we know that pretty privilege affects every area of our lives, from how we're treated in the world, how we're seen, how much we're paid, how safe we feel. So I have gone really deep on this on Substack, and I'd love for you to take a look, and I'd love to know your thoughts too. It's a controversial topic, but I think it's one that needed addressing.
You really wasted all of your time making this video. It might just be the case that, you know, people are just more attracted to white people. You actually might be correct. Yeah, it's because the person is actually just white. Shocking information here. People just tend to find white people more attractive. Oh no, how will I ever live? If you really want to increase your chances of people being attracted to you and stop complaining online because of the fact that they don't find you that attractive, you can move to a place where the majority of people look like you, because then they'll be attracted to you and you won't have to compete against the white people. But as I've said, giving solutions to people who like complaining is not going to help, because their whole entire existence is built on them just being able to complain and show us all how much of victims they are.
Emily wrote this from her own experience of being a little kid and going to her very first Pride Parade with her mums. And it was a really special day for her family, and it was one of her favorite traditions growing up. Today is the Rainbow Parade, which means that we get to ride on the train The cars start out empty and gray, but slowly, stop by stop, the whole train fills up with rainbows. Do you see those fairies? Mama says. I think they're going to be in the parade. The rainbow fairy winks at me. My eyes grow wide. Whoa, I whisper. The sidewalk outside is filled with people waiting for the parade to start. Everyone is wearing whatever makes them feel most like themselves. Even if that means wearing hardly anything at all.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
They're not brainwashing anybody. Trust me.
Why? I have a question. Why are you talking like that in front of Christians?
Mary was not a virgin. She was a...
Okay, so now you're just being blasphemous. Is this really what you want the image of the LGBTQ to be?
I would love for y'all to get
You're pointing, you're literally making the point. You're making the point.
You love gay I know it. You dream
making
about
the
it all
point.
the time.
Yeah, these are the people we're going to take serious.